Idaho Life is brought to you by Westmark Credit Union, helping Idaho grow for over 60 years. Westmark Credit Union, everything you need.
Well, of course, everyone knows you cannot be in the City of Trees without also being in the City of Tree Squirrels. And as Brian Holmes found out in tonight's Idaho Life, it's one thing to see them scampering around the neighborhood. It's yet another to have them hightail it into your heart.
Can you think of other animals who eat plants?
Bunnies?
In a 900-square-foot home in Boise's North End,
Bunnies are definitely herbivores. What about you, Kyle?
Tiara Valentine is teaching her kids about the food chain.
So the mouse eats the plant, and then who eats the mouse?
Homeschooling wasn't always part of Tiara's parenting plan.
Carnivore is a thing that eats meat.
Good job.
Now, it's hours of their daily routine.
What does the word herb mean?
It means plant.
Good job.
And explaining the appetites of animals is right up Tiara's alley.
I've always had a soft spot for animals.
That fact
A kestrel is this big bird of prey.
is evidenced by what is darting about behind her.
I was always the little girl that would rescue the little wounded animals and, nurture them and set them free. All right. Come on, babe.
Except this one, she's held on to a little longer. This is Mossy, a fox squirrel that Tiara took in last June after hearing her crying for help.
My husband spotted her on a tree just across the street, about 2 feet up on the trunk, just clinging.
Tiara noticed she had rubbed the fur and skin right off her belly, trying to get back into her tree.
She's this tiny, she was so tiny, she fit in the palm of my hand.
Mossy was just weeks old, and leaving her there wasn't an option. The plan was to get her healthy and let her go.
But she started to develop a spiral tail. There you go.
And that affected Mossy's balance and communication skills.
Come here.
Then there was the whole bonding thing.
There you go, babe. I wasn't just, her source of food anymore. I was also her source of comfort and safety. What is that?
Now, Mossy has made the Valentine nest her own.
Now she's a family member, yeah. She really is, yeah.
And an active addition at that. Whether she's hiding marbles in the living room rug,
They're one of her favorite toys.
just making an outright mess, or even helping out with the baking.
She's peeling the bananas. She's, sticking her face in the flour. When I make cornbread, she loves the cornmeal. There it is.
All of which she shared on her own Instagram account, including the chiropractic care for that squirrely spine. So it seems all her needs, including nuts, are no longer a worry, making Mossy more than just another squirrel.
Just like with homeschooling, it was not a planned part of my life, but I've embraced it and I love it and it works for us. And at this point, I can't imagine what life was like even before her. It's so weird.
Squirrels living indoors? What's weird about that?
Yeah, that's what I do. I love animals.
Brian Holmes, Idaho's News Channel 7.
I can just see our dog at home right now jumping up at the television going, squirrel, squirrel. Since last summer, Tiara has adopted another squirrel into her home that was unable to reintroduce itself into the wild of Boise's North End. By the way, fox squirrels can live up to 18 years of age in captivity, meaning Mossy may live longer under Tiara's roof than her own children.